Okay, this is round one of the AMT um, in October, something like that. Instantly get paired up against my um, local metamate and COS teammate Fix. Uh, I think I can remember mostly what his R plus deck is doing, but I'm not totally sure. There's a lot of one-offs in it, from what I remember. So um, who knows? Do I keep this? It has Nodkari, which is nice. Can't remember if he's on Retribution or not. It has two Fermenters, which is like most of the money of the deck. So I think I might just have to keep it for that reason. It also has a Light the Fire, which is actually reasonable for getting rid of an early Bologna push. I'm gonna keep it. Like Cookbook Fermenter would be better in many ways, but I will happily take this. Okay. I am playing a mulch-esque deck. Good luck, have fun. I'm playing Buffer Drive instead of DJ Fenris as a bit of an experimentation, and I've added about 6 extra cards. Um, yeah, something like that. There's definitely a hush in here, which is I'm very happy about all of a sudden. Okay, so let's draw. That's good, but too expensive to install now. We'll draw again. We could go and kill what is probably a Rashida, right? I think it's probably worth it. It's either that or put down 2 fermenters. But I think I'm going to try and I think this is fine. Like at worst, we take a credit, we clear 2 tags, which is what we're gonna do. We're going to credit. We'll remove 2 tags, and I think we just take another credit here for out of the clock. Um, it's better in the bin anyway, and I am 90% sure they're not on fast advance. Okay. I know that Fix likes the Trappy upgrade, which will give me a ton of tags if I run anywhere. So I'm a little scared of this. We could pop a fermenter, put down a knob curry, put down a fermenter, run. I don't hate that. I'm just going to run archives because I think that they're on Oracle think tanks. I don't want to float a tag with, especially with only 3 cards in hand. Feels really bad. Okay, if I draw a Botulus, then we might light the fire this remote. If I get a Botulus here, we might light the fire with this remote. Okay, we'll draw 2 cards with that. We did find a Botulus. We also found the Buffer Drive. So that's a card. Now, to get in here, I'll need to pop this Fermenter. It's going to feel bad, isn't it? Don't think I need the Leech in this matchup. The real bad thing is if this turns out to be like a tomorrow's headline and they like ship all of our stuff back to hand. Do we just let them score out of Bologna? Credit, it doesn't. It's not enough. Let's check HQ. See what we've got in here. Okay. Well, we now know it's not a tomorrow's headline, so that's maybe quite good. I think it's just credit remove tag, right? Like, uh, oh, I can't see 2 secs. I can't see tags. I need to refresh this screen. Gain credit, remove tag. We can let them score out below now. I mean, we definitely couldn't really do any much about that this turn. Now, if they choose to purge, okay. We're going a little oppo here. Really like to draw into exactly a simul chip. Okay, so the fact they're not scoring this out. Okay, they are going a little oppo. Hmm. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? So I could go credit, credit, dirty laundry archives, remove one tag. It's so risky. This feels 100% thinking. Otherwise, we go pop the fermenter, install Virtualist. Oh, I can't do everything in one turn. I don't want to take all this money. But if we get self-growth programmed here, this is going to be so painful. Like, so painful. The other option is to float two. Hmm. Hmm. So I could run, pop this for 12, clear two. Or is it better to pop for fermenter, dirty laundry, clear two? Keeps me flipped. Tricky. So if I run, I'm essentially clicking for two if I like run first. I think floating two tags feels very, very risky. So I might just. Oh, I wish I could offshore some money here. I can offshore a little money. Like potentially installing the buzzsaw is actually the play there because I think I'm going to lose these 4 credits anyway. But next turn, like credit, credit, dirty laundry. Oh, very sneaky. Okay. So let's draw one. Do we want a mushing? I like a lot of this, so I don't think so. also don't want to show this like the fire yet. Wait, do we ever want to get a leech down? Probably not. I don't think. Against Hmm. Like once Audrey's ticking, it is decent. Um, but I probably want to just moshing it away. But I'm gonna do that next turn. No, we're gonna stick with this. Just take credit to stay nice and afloat. Got one hush in like 35 cards left. Um, okay. Ooh, an imp. Well, that's a very good thing to put down and just run this server. BSA is annoying here, but that's the only thing that's annoying. I guess we could have put the buzzsaw down first. It's exactly a magnet. That's fun. I hope I've read this card correctly. Yes. Let me check. It does say stole. Yeah, fine. Yes, please. I'll place one here. I'll look at this card. I will imp it. No action. Okay. Now, oh no, I only get if I get oppoed here, I get little oppoed, so I think I'm still fine. I might have to, I'll have to like moshing. I'm probably gonna have to moshing anyway here. I would love to draw. I really need to draw what should we call it? Gain money. That's fine to mosh away. Let's just yeah, perfect. Strike fund is what we want. We can throw this in the bin. I think we throw the leech. I think we're just gonna hold on to the labor rights for now. Let's get rid of these three. Oh yeah, buffer drive. So we do the strike fund first. We gain two, and then I think we put the strike fund back. The other two are like slightly better in the bin than they are anywhere else. We can run server one again. Less fixes on snares, which would be a bit spicy. Could have put the other imp down first. How much is this to trash? Let's just trash that. Let's imp that. Let's gain a credit. We're not going to go and steal this freedom yet because we can keep threat below 3 for econ warfare. Super gross. Uh, let Fix redo that. He wants to. No worries. So we do have a bit of information there. He has something that he wants to install advance, and he has an Econ Warfare in hand, which is really good to know about. Quite like this second imp. That's somewhat scary without a hush to deal with it. Oh, he did play the Econ Warfare just for spitefulness. Um, Oppo's in the bin. He shuffled them both back. So I'm just gonna need to like money up a bit here. YDL. Okay. Somewhat threatening. Hmm. Gonna put this down. Gonna put the fire down, and we're gonna gain a credit. This way, Vix can't like do anything too sneaky with spin doctors. Problem is that my sort of money in hand situation is this raindrops, which I can't go into the bin with. Well, that's fun. Do we like to fire this remote? Is this going to end up being a virus? Okay. Force out the spin doctor there. Running archives is a bit scary. Don't think I want to do that. I think I will probably raindrops into server 1 next turn. This turn. Like, this is money. If this is a ping, then it's a ping, but it's been res now. We'll have enough money to clear the tag off it. I can just fire. Bit scared about getting off flip here. Really need to find a symbol chip. Let's draw one more. Okay. Well, at least that's going to find us something. We've got the Lago buffer drive fun times going on now as well, so that's good. We have only one moshing left, which is a bit of a shame. Yes, please. Oh yeah, we'll put a symbol chip back to the bottom. We draw an Audrey, which is reasonable. I think the turn is probably install the ordery. I have to click for a credit first. Click for a credit, install the ordery, run server 1. Hmm. Well, marvelous stuff. So do I need to do anything here? Can I just slowly find my pieces? Okay, symbol chip is perfect. We're getting that down. We want to keep, I think we want to keep the order in hand. I think we can throw out the conduit. So we'll just take a credit here. We'll throw out this Lago and this conduit. We probably simul chip the Botulus to get a fermenter going next turn. Or we're going to simul chip this Botulus onto this piece of ice right here. If we feel like we need to get in. Okay, we don't need to get in yet. So I think let's get this cooking. Would love it if I was on cookbook at this point. We can draw, or do we want a steel skin? I might even just laborize now. Doesn't feel terrible. I'm like only technically trashing 2 cards. I draw a card and I'll get back my laborites, probably the simul chip, maybe the dirty laundry at this point. Um, yeah, sure. Okay, we will put. Well, they are like kind of exactly the cards that we wanted, so that's a bit of a shame. We'll shuffle back a um, simul chip. Hmm, maybe like the moshings. Okay, I think we can just like take a credit, play this. Oh yes, game 2. Thank you very much. Simul chip or Audrey? I think we get a simul chip here, and then we can take another credit, and we're just sort of slowly getting our value together. Next turn, yes please. Yeah, we'll put a paladin at the bottom. Oh, we draw a Botulus. How nice. Okay. We've got a revolver in the bin, right? So we're not scared of this. I guess like trashing an Audrey. Oh, we've got an Audrey in the bin as well. Not that that's massively helpful. So I think we pop this for money. Do we put the Botulus here? Is the like big question. I think we probably just run it. Might want to put the Audrey down first. I think I want to put the Audrey down first. Yeah. probably wrong because I could end up taking like multiple tags here. Well, there's at least one tag. So maybe we just bounce at this point. I think we can afford to just remove the tag, and then we probably simul chip back. No, I kind of no, that I can get into the remote now. So let's just simul chip back a fermenter for now. Because I think we might be about to lose all of our money. Yeah. Oh, ooh, okay. Well, they're at fret free now. Worth knowing. Very worth knowing. So we can run this server if we want. Don't know how worth it. So now it might be worth us going and hmm, going and checking archives, then maybe running HQ, and then maybe clearing 2 tags. Or can we get into HQ just first click? We can if we put down the cleaver, probably. Oh, no, if we run into exactly a starlight. Okay, right, let's see what we can find. Okay, that's actually pretty good. We can, like, mosh this, this, and this. Buffer drive, we'll put the strike fun back. Ah, there we go. Draw, install cookbook. Okay, now I'm regretting putting the order down because, well, reasons. But this is fine. We can, like, definitely get into this server next turn unless they purge. And that's all we have to do now. We just camp the server. We might start trying to chip stuff out of HQ. Problem? Take your time. Forcing Fix to score out a freedom of information with a seamless definitely feels good. So, like, stuff in the bin that's relevant. We've got 1 econ warfare, 1 seamless. Um, I'm pretty sure they're probably only on 1 amaze amusements. Maybe installing double imp was actually correct here. Okay, that's interesting. We probably put a botulus on this and run it now. Get our Audrey like counter going. We're going to run this, which seems like a weird run, but I want to get my Nobkari. I want to get my Audrey, like, with a counter. Oh, we can't get through this. Oh, wait. Oh, right. Uh, uh, I may have forgotten something. All good. Fire. Nah. So I needed to put this down as well, but that's fine. We'll pop this fermenter next turn and then go there. Draw. Moshing is potentially really good. I think we can mosh this away, right? we have to put the labour rights back because apparently I didn't return the labour rights. So strike fund first. Yes, gain 2. Labour rights to the bottom of the stack. End turn. Okay, symbol chip is great. That's what we're after. So next turn we can pop this fermenter. We have to either install the symbol chip or install the cleaver, and then we can run. Yeah, sure. We'll put Hush to the bottom. As much as we'd love to pull that out. Okay. So the question is, are we installing the cleaver or are we installing the symbol chip here? I think it's the cleaver. Can't do both, unfortunately. If one of these is a magnet, then we're in some trouble. So maybe I can't pop the fermenter. That's awkward, isn't it? So I think I do need both. Installing over the Audrey might be correct. Install, run. I could potentially end up with 2 tags at most. But there's not really a better option here. We've seen one ping. I think I have to do this like this. Okay, yeah, 1 tag. So I think we're going to pull out the Audrey. We'll break this with this. We'll don't need this botchless anymore. So we'll symbol chip here for the Audrey, placing the virus counter. We'll breach the server. Yeah, placing the virus counter on the fermenter. We're going to imp the Bologna, and then we're going to remove a tag. So we know there's a Bologna here. The Bologna is going to stay in archives now because the spin doctors are all out. We're going to draw a card. So we need to draw one more to make sure that we don't just like die, but then we might run the hand. We are a credit short of clearing all 4 tags. The trick here would be to put Strike Fund back on the top of our deck now using the buffer drive, but I think, oh, is that worth it? We can always do that. We're going to draw a card. Yeah, we're going to draw a card at the start of our turn. Oh my word, Fix, you evil person. obviously we're paying 8 here. Okay, well he can't big. Oh, he can exactly big oppo us. Super gross. Okay, so now I wish we had a second imp. Which is possible to get. So we need to go HQ here. Oh, maybe I should have put the. I should have put the. Well, no, maybe I shouldn't have. Okay. So I can go HQ. I could then go R&D, or I can go HQ twice. I can pop a fermenter, and then I can hopefully win. Um, best put it here. Oh, sick. We'll imp that. We'll pop this. We'll run here. Got it. Ooh, 39 minutes. Okay, we got there. Oh wow. Uh, my XDG versus Augustus Caesar, who is that's same testing group. My testing group. Okay. Game two. We have Esa. We have um RH. I'm kind of tempted to keep this and just put the Regenesis behind a Tattoo Bowler and click for 2 credits. I shouldn't, but I'm gonna. There we go. We can just throw 2 out from archives from R&D. Oh, we lost a punitive. Actually, that's a mistake, I guess. They're on Airblades. They're probably on. I think they're on fairly similar. Woo! They're gonna hit a snare here. They are gonna hit a snare. They're also gonna steal a 1 pointer. You can't not. How do you not hit the snare there? Come on, Fix. That's not fair. I think we put. Hmm. I'm a bit worried. I'm like not sure whether I'm probably more worried about Shishishkas here. So now I really want to put this Rashida in this remote, but I am worried about Shishishka. Yeah, actually, like losing a punitive early is a problem. Luckily, Fix has played Ghost Tongue first, not a Marrow first. They've also used two Steel Skins, which is huge for me. Um, okay, they are going to see Aerogenesis. And then I would probably just be running headfirst into this ice with this air blades out. Luckily, I have the one piece of ice in my deck which is going to potentially stop that. If I draw a Spin Doctor, there is a chance that I overwrite this and put the Rashida in. Okay, so they now know that with Regenesis here, they kind of have to respect stuff happening. Tattoo Bola is actually really good for archives. I think I'm going to draw. It's better to draw one more. Yeah, put this in archives. Throw out the subliminal. Get my credit anyway. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, they're gonna nab two of my Regenesises early on, which is a shame. I now kind of want to swap this Tatubila for this, but at least I get to swap it with Nancy, I guess. They lose their Botulus. It is indeed rude. Not well, maybe as rude as stealing two Regenesises. As long as they don't steal the third one. If we lose the third one, um, what can we trash here? We could trash a hedge fund. I think I want to keep the ice. We lost a Spin Doctor. We got the punish. Okay, that is our third Regenesis, which is a bit scary, not gonna lie. Seems solid. We'll put this in server one. We'll put that on server one. Okay. What's their hand size? 3. Well, they really can't afford to take any more core damage before finding a marrow now, so that's at least something. Okay, got Fuji, which is not ideal, uh, purely because they have the air blades, and I don't want this to be the next one that they score. So we might just try and score this Fuji the hard way, you know. We've got double punitive now. Put this here. I think we will protect against like. We're just going to make sure that we don't lose to a cheeky finality. Single piece of ice on HQ is a little bit suspect when they're gonna try and Shishishkura us. part of me wants to keep one ice in hand. So that I've got a Tattoo Bowler swap if they happen to put a Botulus on it, because I think Botulus is going to be their best way through this. Okay, they're looking for... Oh, they've got a Bankar. That Tattoo Bowler is in exactly the right place for that. That's annoying. As in the wrong place. Yes, please. Okay. So we now have a Spin Doctor. I'm also really tempted to put this snare out on the table. Install here, double advance feels like fine. One Spin Doctor in hand. What is this? Tattoo Bowler. They're going to get through here, whatever it is. That's probably okay. I think install, click this button, double advance. It's like, all right. This is now 4 net damage. Okay, they're going to go for a Hoshiko here. They're going to lose... Ooh. Oh, well, no, they're going to just air blades this, obviously. Obviously. But here we could snipe a good card. Oh, I'm gonna wish that I had a. Okay, so I probably just don't res it. They can come in here. The tricky thing is what I'm gonna throw out next turn. I do not know what that's. Oh, I thought they were gonna die for a second there. What did they do? I don't want to throw out any of these cards, so we're not gonna. That's fine. Have they played a running hot? If Fix isn't careful here, he needs to keep these cards in hand. I think Fix has just realised I have made a terrible mistake. Ooh, Simulchip. Spicy. Nope. It only does 2. We can throw out this Decisive Talon. We'll discard from the deck. Okay, we've got a bacteria in the bin, which is good for us. Yes, please. Okay, we're going to install a Spin Doctor in a new remote. They now have a hand size of 4, so I have to land a double. We're going to put this in server 1. I think we just hold on to the Subliminal in hand. We put this in a new remote. We'll click for a credit. Be up to 18. Don't think they can challenge this remote. It's a bit risky because if they throw out a Shushka here, Hmm. Thinking. Do I just let them have it? Or do I try and get some. Do I res this to find ice to swap this with? And then they might bounce. I think I just let them have it. Yes, please. Okay. So we're not going to discard any of these cards, quite obviously. And I think we're putting them all in HQ. Possibly, actually, with the exception of 3. So that we can res this Spin Doctor and not draw past. Because I think the play here, well, they've got this on HQ, but I think the play here would be to finality. Thinking. Which I can't really stop. So what I could do is leave like some safeguards here. Move this to HQ, this to HQ. We're going to put the YDL in HQ. And then I think we leave these 4 cards. We can draw like 2 of them anyway. We maybe just we're going to do this because this is the way we are least likely to lose, right? So we're going to go Saisentan, Atini, Rashida, Atini, so that we can draw into the Rashida for sure, just in case we need it. Okay. We can pop up to a reasonable amount of money. Oh, we got a Hanzai as well, which is nice, but we're going to have to land a double here, which means we need more than double their money. So if they Chichka, then we can safely trash from almost anywhere. We could go from our hand, but we could also go from the top of R&D. Probably won't go from the top of R&D. Like, actually, Chichka is the play here to force, well, to force something, right? Very interesting. Now I wish I had an ice in hand. Okay, what are they going to get here? They're going to get the finality, right? That's the only thing. Or they're going to get the legwork. Neither of those will win them the game. I can sabotage 2 from HQ. So I just let this go through. Fascinating. They added steel skin. Okay, yep. Yep, didn't consider that. So if I hit the steel skin, then I'm in trouble here. Hmm. That's a cool line. I didn't think of. So they've essentially got six cards in hand. That is a problem. Needed to feed him a Regenesis, which I couldn't have done. Well, almost could have done it. Okay. So the question now is, do I want to do anything before the start of my turn? I'm going to draw in a teeny. I think my best bet now is to try and just use this Regenesis. I'm going to like build up some ice on archives. Oh, 100%. So we're going to get some money. For sure. So we'll play YDL. We'll put this on archives. And I think we actually put the void on archives, right? Yeah, we do. Put the void on archives. We discard this. We've now got some real nice sabotage. I mean, potentially, I'll tell you what, actually, I probably should have hit one punitive there. I should have hit a punitive just to get cards out of their hand. Haven't got any agendas coming up, which is a bit of a shame. And I now do want to keep a piece of art of a piece of ice in my hand. For this Tattoo Bola swap. That's fine. I will spin Doctor 1 back out. Okay, so I had the chance of avoiding this last turn by if I had spin doctored and had a piece of ice in hand. But then we don't know if Fix would have continued with his line. I think he probably would have. I guess I can wait for him to break it and then deal with it at that point, right? Let's get back. Probably the void. I think now we actually need to like score out. So the void seems good, and might be the Atini, right? What's better out of these two? I think they're on no breakers, so maybe it's the Saisentan. Okay, and now we've shuffled, so we might be about to draw into something, which is interesting. Will do we Resolutini here? I think we don't. Uh, we'll custom. Swap it with that. Trash these. Ironically, if we'd had a 3-pointer in hand, then we could have really forced this issue. We didn't, so we couldn't. But I think we can probably just keep them out. We've got 7 minutes left. Wild. Will res? Do we res here? I think so. We have to force them to, or we just over-install this next turn with the Tattoo Bowler. So we might as well res it, I think. Fire all, eh? Ooh, they lost a light of fire. That's pretty big. Are we drawing here? I think we are drawing. Okay. They just need to not touch an agenda. Actually, density's pretty dicey right now. Oh yeah! Yes, please. Oh, they have air blades. That's a shame. Okay. Thinking. Right, so we could. Hands eye review the Fuji. Hands eye review the Fuji. We trash the Bankar. We put the Tattoo Bowler on archives, right? And then I think we're just good. Or do we put the Tattoo Bowler on? Maybe we put the Tattoo Bowler on R and D. So hands eye review the Fuji. We'll put the Tattoo Bowler on R and D, and we'll trash the Bankar. Okay, we have 3 minutes, which is just enough time. So, because whatever happens, we're going to win or lose it this turn. Numb and a Beckhamot. That's interesting, isn't it? I need to keep some cards in hand. I think. Thinking. I think Archives is the safest server right now, right? As long as I keep these. So we'll trash one from here. And we can eke it out. Sure. Don't play the subliminal messaging the turn that you want to win. Very close. Right, we're gonna see if we can jump on to what was our table? Table 13. Fix, can you hear me? Ah, and I can hear you. Yeah, let me just make sure that speak again. I can, but I want to record your thoughts if you don't mind. So let me just change this to. I need to change that to this. Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, can you hear me again?
Yeah. Okay. Right. Wait. I'm gonna put it back to there. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Talk to me now.
Yeah, how was the game?
Yeah. Got it. Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was super
good
close.
game.
And I'll tell you what. That early legwork, you managed to hit everything in my hand apart from the snare. There were four
Oh,
cards in
nice,
hand.
nice.
One of them was a snare.
Wow, nice.
And I was like, well, at least you're going to hit the snare. But yeah, you actually had me real on the back, like stealing the two early Regenesises.
Yeah,
Regenesi made that one pretty tricky for me.
yeah, and then I guess I just couldn't. I just kept me out of the. There's too many eyes, and
Yeah,
I don't
but
know if I misplayed ready, but it was difficult because I know you're playing the battle. I know that I need to be
yeah,
very careful. But at the same time, if I don't play my game, then I just score out, and that's it, really.
oh, exactly.
So
I think there was one point, and I think you instantly realized where you took an extra core damage and you went down to a hand size of two, and I think
yeah, that was scary.
I think that was
That
definitely
was
a
a bit scary,
mistake.
yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, what did I do? Okay, I haven't got Maro yet. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, that was a problem.
so yeah, that was a bit scary.
Um, but yeah, I think the Katorga breakout for a steel skin, because I thought you were going to Katorga for either a finality or a legwork to try and like win the game in that thing. So my whole like the way which I put the cards for the bacterial programming, I made sure that I was totally safe to both legwork or as safe as I could be to legwork and finality.
and that's what I thought. I thought there's no way I'm going to win on the centrals because you've got it covered with the
Yeah,
Batio, so I've got to do something else. And so I'll try to stay alive and see if I can then. But the void.
yeah. So I was like, well, maybe I can probably just like I know that you're on basically no breakers because I think you're on a fairly similar list to me.
Yeah, one of
So I was
each.
like,
So I still got
yeah.
them, but yeah, yeah,
Um, so I think I can just basically turn into a glacier and I can keep you out of uh
yeah. And that worked. Yeah. And on the first game, oh man, when you steal the what's it called?
what was it? The
Um,
tomorrow's headline?
oh yeah, because I was going to be able to score the 3-1 in the remote next turn, and then jam the other one, and that
Got
was
you.
my plan. And then you get out that imp, and I'm like, the imp, oh, that's so bad.
Yeah,
And
Imp is really good. Like I was like, I just need to find an Imp and then I'll be okay. Um,
and
and
I kept drawing either agendas or my punishment for tags, but you didn't have tags, so I, there was nothing for I didn't have anything to bait you except agendas. So that's why I went with for the. At some point, I said, "Oh, I'll have to go with the Bellona, like advance, and maybe you think it's a trap or something." Or, but there's yeah, I didn't have anything to bait you.
yeah,
The
it's
card after I checked, the card after was I think the one after was my virus. That would have been really really good.
yeah, single. I mean, I've got
I
ways
was
to
just waiting
deal.
for it. I was just waiting for it all the time.
y-
I want this
Yeah.
my virus now, please.
Like I can deal with a Mavirus like even at an inopportune time, but if you manage to put the Mavirus out and push on the same turn, then it becomes then it becomes real tricky.
Yeah,
Um,
ideally with what's it called? Oh, the seamless. If I can put Bellona advance and my virus, that's pretty good.
yeah. Um, but yeah, that was like, and I mean, if I hadn't, I really needed to win at that point because there was no chance that I was going to be clearing before tags, which you landed me with on that last turn. So
Yeah. And
that
you
was
and you
like,
and you end on 8 credits. I was like, no, can you end on 7?
what
Because
what
then I've
puni
got
what punishment was in your
oh,
hand
I've
for that
got
one?
retribution, safeguard
Oh,
program,
oh,
and another
oh,
one. So
oh.
by 1 credit, being at 7 would have been like totally different.
I nearly there was a play, and I probably should have made it anyway, but I could like do some shenanigans to get a strike fund into my hand so that I could Audrey it, like because you can Audrey at any point just to bring myself up. But I was going to do that at the start of
Ah,
my
true, true, true.
at the start of my next turn. I was like, okay, I can do that so that I can get to 8 credits to clear all the tags if I think I'm going to need to do that. And then you hit me with the public trail, and I was like,
Public
well,
child at 5, yeah.
like so much for having credits next turn. Like,
There's not a way to remove 5 tags in the turn. So
I public trail against my specific deck. Public trail is a lot meaner because I often like that deck doesn't
yeah,
float a lot of money, so you can
yeah,
like you know if you can do a like public trail and then retribute like the Nobkari, then bug game is yours basically. Um, Especially if you can then get a virus out and you're just like, well, there we go. Um,
yeah. So my plan was to obviously kill the Nobberry and then
yeah,
put back in, and I think it would have been like a the fermenter if you didn't pop it, and then whatever else was costly, just to put his set back. But my end was like maybe 2 or 3 agenda at that point, and I didn't have anything to protect on HQ. So yeah,
no, close games though. They were
yeah,
they
it
were
was fun games. Yeah.
super tight on both ends. So
So
yeah,
thanks for the games. Good luck on the rest of the tournament.
yeah. Have a great day for the rest of it. All right, I'll
Yeah.
check in with you later.
Cheers. Cheers. Bye.
Alrighty. I'm going to take a very short break, and I'll be back for round 2.